What if the people who were supposed to teach you kindness were the ones who needed to learn it from you? This is the story of a young girl who saw something on a street corner that her parents chose to ignore, and decided that she would rather lose everything she owned than lose her conscience. This is a story about what real wealth looks like, and who truly understands its value. It started as a perfectly ordinary Saturday. The family had just finished a big shopping trip, the kind that fills the trunk of the car and empties a credit card without a second thought. It was the week of their daughter Maya's birthday, and her parents had spared nothing. $1,200 in bags, boxes, and wrapping paper. Maya sat quietly in the back seat, surrounded by shopping bags, watching the city pass by through the window. Then she saw her. An old woman sitting on the edge of the pavement, carefully arranging bananas and a few other fruits across two small baskets. Her hands moved slowly and deliberately, the way someone moves when every single item matters. Maya leaned forward. "Mom, Dad, can we get some bananas from her?" Her father glanced over, his expression already shifting into something dismissive. "I don't usually buy from street vendors," he said, pulling over slowly. "But fine. Let's see." He stepped out and walked over with the energy of a man doing someone a favor just by showing up. "How much for 2 hands of bananas?" The old woman looked up and smiled, the kind of smile that costs nothing and means everything. "Only $4, sir." The father's face changed immediately. He reached into his wallet and pulled out $2, placing them flat on the basket like an offer that was not up for debate. $2. Take it or leave it." The old woman's smile faded. She clasped her hands together gently. "Please, sir. I am really struggling. Since my husband passed, my son has stopped coming around. It has been very hard." The father didn't even blink. "That is not my problem, ma'am. $2 or we walk." Maya felt something twist in her stomach. She looked at her mother, hoping for something different. Instead, her mother was already calling out from the car window. "Babe, let's go. She's just trying to take advantage." Maya spoke up quietly. "Mom, we just spent $1,200 today. It's my birthday shopping. Can't we give her even $100? Just to help her?" Her mother shook her head with the calm certainty of someone who had already decided. "No, honey. These people always try to overcharge people like us the moment they see an opportunity. We worked hard for our money." The father dropped the $2 on the basket without waiting for an answer, took nothing, and walked back to the car. They drove away. Maya turned and looked through the rear window at the old woman, who sat completely still, staring at the $2 on her basket, too stunned to even react. That image stayed with Maya for the rest of the day. That evening, the family went to one of the finest restaurants in the city to celebrate her birthday. The table was covered in food, beautifully plated, elegantly presented, largely unfinished. When dessert came, the waiter placed a small tray in front of them with 4 fingers of banana arranged in a careful fan. "The banana dessert," he said smoothly. $15. Her father handed over his card without even glancing at the price. Her mother smiled and left a $50 tip on the way out, and they walked to the car laughing, leaving a table full of untouched food behind them. Maya said nothing. But inside, something had shifted permanently. That night she lay in the dark and could not sleep. She kept seeing the old woman's hands, arranging those bananas carefully, one by one. She kept hearing her voice. "Please, sir. It has been very hard." And she kept seeing her father place $2 on the basket and walk away. By morning she had made her decision. She went to her closet and began pulling things out. The expensive handbags. The designer shoes. The gifts her parents had bought her for every birthday she could remember. She packed everything carefully into bags and carried them out of the house. She went directly to a boutique resale store and returned every last item. She answered their questions patiently, signed what she needed to sign, and waited. When it was over, she walked out holding $8,000 in cash. She went straight back to the stretch of road where they had seen the old woman the day before. The woman was there, sitting behind her two baskets, her eyes heavy and her posture low. It had been a bad day. She looked up when Maya approached and her face shifted, first recognition, then something close to desperation. "Please, daughter," she said quietly. "Please, just take the bananas for $1. I haven't eaten yet today. I just need to make a little something." Maya sat down beside her. She took the woman's hands in both of hers and placed the folded bills inside them. "This is $8,000, she said. "Please use it to take care of yourself." The old woman stared at the money without moving. Then her hands began to shake. "No," she whispered. "No, this is too much. You will get in trouble because of me. I can't take this." Maya shook her head gently. "I will be okay. I just wish I could do more." The woman pulled her into a hug and held on tightly, crying without shame, her whole body trembling. And Maya held her back just as tightly. There is a kind of wealth that shows up on bank statements and shopping receipts. And then there is a kind of wealth that shows up in moments like this, in a young girl who looked at $8,000 worth of things she owned and saw, more clearly than most adults ever will, that none of it was worth more than the dignity of one tired old woman on a street corner. Maya did not have a lot of power that day. She was young, she was outnumbered, and nobody listened to her when she spoke up. But she found the one thing she could control, and she gave everything she had. If this story moved you, drop a heart in the comments. Share it with someone who needs a reminder of what really matters. And subscribe for a new story every single week. We will see you in the next one.